in that episode, so I had to quit.
Anywho, World of Warcraft, a lot of fun. And speaking of that, before we start closing out the show here in just a bit, we got a few releases coming out this week in both games and movies. I'm going to try and hit both of them today. First of all, in movies this week, we get some new flicks. First off, we get The Amazing Spider-Man 2 hits Blu-ray and DVD this week. Last week, I told you about the digital version of it coming out, but now we have the official Blu-ray, the Blu-ray and the 3D Blu-ray, and the collector's edition that has the Electro head on it. Did you see that collector's edition with the Electro bust? Oh yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's a really crazy looking.
Yes, I
did.
I did see that briefly.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. I used to be into that kind of stuff, collecting that way. Not anymore. It's too much.
I actually have my Call of Duty night vision goggles and high definition camera sitting on the end of my.
That is hilarious. How nice is that high definition camera on that thing?
It's high def. I mean, it works.
Oh man! All right. I gotta try. Can you put a smart card and everything in there?
You can upgrade it and get a big huge card, and it's fun having it at the end of the paintball gun because you see the little paintball go out, and then when you get hit with it with the paint, it's actually kind of fun when the camera gets all covered up.
Also on Blu-ray and DVD today is Boardwalk Empire, the complete fourth season. Are you familiar with that show at all?
Never watched it. Saw the previews.
I watched the first. Yeah, I watched the first 3 episodes. I was a little bit boring. I found it all right. It started with Steve Buscemi in a prohibition era series. Also coming out this week is a film by John Turturro called Fading Gigolo. It also stars Woody Allen and Sofia Vergara. Critics are mixed on the it's an indie film, so they say it could be worth a rental. Also, the 5th season of The Good Wife has also come out. It's, if you've never seen The Good Wife, I'm not going to explain it to you. It's not. I will say this: it's probably not nerd friendly. I'm guessing with a name like The Good Wife. Also, Jarhead 2 for the sequel no one asked for. That's the award that it goes for. It's called Field of Fire, which makes no sense. Does not star Jake Gyllenhaal, by the way, or Jamie Foxx. It's a straight-to-video.
Or anyone else we know.
Right, exactly. Also, The Mindy Project Season 2 comes out on Blu-ray this week. If you've never seen that show, it's a bit nerdy. She has a lot of guest stars on her show as well. I like Mindy Kaling. She can be quite funny. She was great on The Office. Love The Office.
I did. I didn't get into it too heavy, but...
Oh, I got in. Funny. I got in late, but finally finished the whole series. So liked it a lot. Also, Once Upon a Time, the complete 3rd season is on Blu-ray and DVD. I tried watching that. I could not get into it.
My wife and daughter love that show. I think it's interesting how they mix so many fairy tales together.
Sure. And now they're mixing their own universe.
But they're also...
Disney is mixing their own universe.
And they're bringing the Frozen characters into
it.
Elsa. The new one.
Elsa. Yeah. They're bringing her in, too.
More Frozen. Which my daughter just got into about 2 weeks ago. So now it's all let it go every day.
Listen, don't sing it. We don't want to talk about that too much on this show because I've heard it enough. Oh, my gosh. I haven't even watched the movie. And I
made a meme on that.
I've heard it's overrated.
Yes.
That's what I've heard. Anyway, also on Blu-ray and DVD, Parenthood Season 5 makes it out on Blu-ray and DVD today. Once again, not nerd-friendly, but still want to mention it. Also, Parks and Recreation. That is nerd-friendly. If you've never seen Parks and Rec, you should. It's a lot of fun. It's the final season. It stars Chris Pratt, who happens to be Star-Lord in the Guardians of the Galaxy universe. That is a fairly good show. You've never seen it?
Never saw it.
You should watch it. It's very good. It stars not only him, it also stars Amy Poehler and Nick Offerman and Rashida Jones. Very funny show. I thoroughly enjoy it. Also on Blu-ray and DVD today is a film that got very little hype when it came out. It was in the theater for like 3 weeks. It's called The Quiet Ones. It deals with experimentation, and it's kind of like you could say a psychological / horror film. That's out on Blu-ray today as well. And Revolution, the complete 2nd season, is out on Blu-ray and DVD too. That was an NBC show about the lights going out and no electricity anymore. Did you ever see any of that?
No.
It's on Netflix. The first season is.
So I'm a Netflix that one.
Yeah, Netflix that one. I think you'll
I like
actually
to binge
like it.
watch myself.
I'm a binge watcher too. That's how I watched. That's how I watched Breaking Bad. Yep. That's it. Never seen. Have you finished that whole series, right?
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Good man. If you've never watched Breaking Bad, you should. Great show. I got someone into it that I've gotten several people into it that are not even nerds that love that show.
Oh yeah.
It's an insanely good series to watch if you've never seen it before. Also out on Blu-ray and DVD today. A couple other notables is if you can believe it. Get this. The Flintstones from 1994 is hit Blu-ray today.
Nice.
The one with Rick Moranis and John Goodman, Elizabeth Perkins, and Rosie O'Donnell.
They couldn't
find
CGI
somebody else.
Her out.
Yeah, they couldn't CGI her out. She played Betty for the love of Pete. Ugh, she was terrible.
Well, I've been getting my kids into the old shows, so we're definitely going to pick that one.
All right, pick that up.
We're going to pick it up.
Also, there's another great film that comes out on Blu-ray today, which I am a huge fan of. It stars Peter Weller, and it is a undersea monster movie. Do you remember when
Aquaman? Oh no.
No. But it was a film, came out in 1989 when underwater was the new space, was the new final frontier. Remember Deep Star 6 with Nia Peoples, the local girl from here? Deep Star 6, that was not a very good movie, terrible movie. But this one starring Peter Weller was good. It was directed by George P. Cosmatos, called Leviathan. Remember that flick?
No, I don't.
Okay. You need to pick that up if you can find it. Leviathan is a great monster movie, underwater monster movie. Everyone should see it. Leviathan stars him, and it also stars Daniel Stern, if I'm not mistaken, Amanda Pays, and Ernie Hudson from the Ghostbusters. And Richard Crenna is in it. Great film. You should definitely check that out as well. And that about does it for your notable Blu-rays and DVDs for the week. Now, moving on to some game releases. First time I'm Collector Jay, Professor Barry's in here. He's not much of a gamer. He's more on the cinematic side. So I bring these things. I bring up this new segment where you talk a little bit about game releases for the week. Not much in the way of game releases. There is one big game release. We'll be talking more about games come September and October and November.
Oh yeah.
We'll have a lot more to talk about. But this week, the biggest release of the week. For the other ones are very small, but this one is the big one that everyone should know about. It's been out for a while on PC. It comes to PS4 and Xbox One and Xbox 360 and PS3. Diablo 3: The Ultimate Evil Edition.
Yep.
Are you a Diablo fan?
I played the first one many years ago and got away from that. Mm-hmm. But I'm definitely going to check this one out.
You're going to check it out?
Yep.
Okay, you should pick it up.
There's just not enough time in the day.
I know there isn't, right? There's just so much games to play and things to do. It's insane. I have to say that I really enjoy Diablo. Like it. I like I like playing with others, though. It's a lot more fun when you have more people in the room playing with you. Diablo 3, what's great about it on console is not only can you play online with other people, but you can co-op on the couch. It's couch co-op.
That's the new PS4 update
and Xbox One
came
update.
out at Gamescom.
Yeah.
So just
and
have
same
one
screen.
Same screen.
Yeah,
yep.
it's fantastic. So if you've never seen Diablo 3, story's not great, but it's addicting because you loot. You kill monsters and you loot them for rings and armor and things to buff your character. It
sounds a lot like World of Warcraft.
Kind of, sort of does, doesn't it? Except you're not
just on the PS4 or Xbox,
right? And you're not paying a monthly fee.
Correct.
That's
you are if you're on Xbox Live.
That's true.
Network.
Good point. So Diablo 3: The Ultimate Evil Edition. If you're on the fence about it, do yourself a favor and get it because there's a lot of unique features on the console versions that are worth looking into. If two of the cool things is, first off, you can send your friends armor and gear, which is a lot of fun. And secondly, if a guy in your friends list has Diablo 3 and he's killed by a certain monster in the game, guess what? That monster becomes a nemesis and can actually jump into your game and try and kill you.
Oh.
Which is super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of fun. So there's some cool, unique features in it. And, I hate to say this, although I played it on PC, I have to say that I do kind of prefer the console version of Diablo 3. I know it's sacrilege to say as a nerd, but I think the console version, the older I get, the more I enjoy console gaming more.
It's a little easier to catch on with the consoles.
Right,
the computer overall can give you a better experience if you're a hardcore gamer.
Oh, absolutely.
But when when you have a whole bunch of other things in the world to try to focus on, you don't want to have to spend an hour and a half trying to figure out the controls of a game.
Right, exactly.
R1, L1, L2, R2,
That's
they all pretty much the same thing.
Right, and then when you got 3 kids in the room, it's hard to get all of the computer buttons and your mouse to work properly. It's nice to just sit in front of the TV for 45 minutes when you got the time before the kids wake up to play.
And that's about it.
That's about
yes,
it.
I prefer the consoles as well.
I completely agree with you.
Over Xbox One.
Well, I'm a both kind of guy.
But now they're coming out with a lot of games that are console specific.
Yes.
So I'm gonna have to get the Xbox One now. Tomb Raider.
Well, did you
talked about?
Well, I would like
talk about that.
I want you to get an Xbox. By the way, I want you to get an Xbox One because I have one. I love it.
Well, I think you should get a PS4 because I have one and I love it.
I have one.
Oh, you got both.
So you have to. You have to friend me.
Okay.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's what you're going to have to do, though. You're going to have to. I'm going to tell you something, which I hope doesn't deter you from getting an Xbox One. But I will say this: that exclusive of Tomb Raider is a timed exclusive, which means it'll come to PS4, but not the same time as the Xbox version.
So you have to, if you can't wait. You got to have the Xbox.
And I want you not to wait, and I want you to get the Xbox One with the Kinect. So
my birthday's coming up if you want to get a gift.
Okay, I'll look into that. In
July.
All right. Well, listen, guys, it's been that's it for your releases for the week, and we'll have more releases for you next week. I think we're going to call it a day for this week. Next week, we're going to have kind of like, I hope you're going to be making it because I need your Star Wars expertise in here.
Well, considering that I live very close to the NerdWatch headquarters.
Oh, very good.
I might just have to make it.
Very good. I mean, the HQ is nerddom personified. So I think this should be home base for at least for a while. So I'm thoroughly enjoying HQ. Can't tell you where it is, and I know you live close, so that's good. Anyway, we're out of here, boys and girls. Have a wonderful week. By the way, I want you guys to follow us on Twitter at NerdWatch Nation. I'm going to be giving information to Collector Jay, and he'll be able to tweet some stuff if anything. Please follow us on at NerdWatch Nation on Twitter. Also, you can email us at nerdwatchnation@mauiwatch.com. Like us on Facebook, which is great. You can like us on Facebook through the Maui Watch Facebook page as well. Please do that, and I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Give us feedback. Oh, and most importantly, I want you guys to know if you guys have iTunes and you guys have an iPhone, you can now subscribe to the podcast right now on your iTunes and on your through the podcast app and or your iTunes account. So you can have the NerdWatch Nation podcast subscribe to on your iPhone as well as your Android. And it's easy on Android as long as you download something like Podcast Addict or Pocket Cast, which is what I use on my Android phone. I love I love the Podcast Addict, and I love the podcast apps that are available on Android that makes it easy to subscribe to the podcast that you enjoy. So check it out. It's brand new. I did it this week. It's on iTunes right now in the podcast application. You can subscribe on your iPhone through your iTunes account as we speak. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful week. I hope you guys, if you guys have anything to talk about or whatever, email us and let us know. We'll talk about it on the show. Collector Jay, thanks for standing in so well for Professor Barry.
Thank you.
I think Professor Barry will be back next week. He had some business to attend to. So until that time, nerds and lady nerds, or geekettes, as Collector Jay likes to call them, have a wonderful week. Peace out, much love, and most assuredly, always stay nerdy.
Stay geeky, my friends.
Abso-freaking-lutely. We will see you next time right here in the middle of the Pacific, which we call paradise. Until that time, Kevin Harlan, Papa loves you. Until next week, aloha.